The icy winds of the planet, Xylar 7 bits, through the thick suits of the human explorers, but they pressed on. The planet was a remote dot in the known galaxy, far from trade routes and the bustling colonies of the inner systems. Most species avoided it, calling it barren and lifeless. But to Captain Alara Vance and her crew aboard the starship Aurora, Xylar 7 was the site of the greatest mystery in the galaxy, an ancient alien vault that no one, except humans, perhaps could open. Alara stared at the jagged horizon through the visor of her helmet. The snow and ice reflected the pale light of the distant twin suns. "Sensors are picking up the vault location," she said, her voice steady but tinged with excitement. "It's bigger than I imagined." Dr. Kiran Shah, the team's linguist and cultural expert, crouched beside a strange metal fragment half buried in ice. "These markings, they're not just decoration. They're some kind of code. I've seen alien languages before. But this, it's different. It almost reacts to our presence." The aliens of the galaxy, the Sirens, Tovari, and several other advanced civilizations, had tried for centuries to unlock the vault. Each had failed. Machines designed to decode its entrance had broken, and even their most advanced minds could not figure out its puzzles. Yet somehow, humans could interact with it in ways others could not. That alone was reason enough for the Council of Interstellar Science to send a human team. The explorers trudged across the ice, their boots crunching loudly in the still air. Suddenly, the ground beneath their feet gave a faint vibration, a low hum that seemed almost alive. Dr. Shah looked up, eyes wide. "It's responding to us." From the horizon rose the vault itself, massive and imposing. Unlike anything the humans had seen before, it was carved from black stone that seemed to swallow light. Strange glyphs glowed faintly across its surface, pulsing in rhythm with the hum. Its shape was both geometric and organic, as though the aliens who built it had tried to combine architecture with life itself. Captain Vance took a deep breath. "All right, team. Let's approach carefully. Remember, observation first, interaction second." Lieutenant Marcus Rhee, the mission's engineer, tapped his scanner repeatedly. "This structure isn't just old, it's beyond anything in our databases. The materials, the energy signatures, it's alive in a way, but not alive like we know." The closer they got, the more the vault seemed to recognize them. Glyphs shifted, and patterns emerged on the black stone, almost like a heartbeat. The humans approached cautiously, but they felt no fear. Unlike other species, humans were flexible, curious, and able to improvise, traits the vault seemed to respond to. As they reached the base, a section of the vault's surface split open silently. A large panel slid sideways with no sound, revealing a dimly lit corridor inside. The walls shimmered faintly, reflecting a soft light that had no apparent source. Dr. Shah whispered, "It's inviting us in. I don't think it would do this for anyone else." Marcus adjusted his scanner again. "All alien species have tried to force entry. All failed. Maybe this is a test." Alara nodded. "We proceed with caution, but we go forward. That's what we do." Inside, the air was surprisingly breathable, though slightly colder than the outside. The corridor stretched into darkness, but the soft glow from the walls illuminated strange symbols etched into the surface. The symbols shifted subtly, almost as if they were alive. The team advanced slowly. Every step echoed lightly, though the material seemed unnatural, almost absorbing sound. At regular intervals, panels in the floor lifted, revealing mechanisms and devices that no one could understand. Marcus knelt and examined one. "These are ancient power conduits," he said. "But the design, it's like nothing in our history or theirs. Whoever built this had technology far beyond anything we know." Dr. Shah moved forward to touch a wall, and the glyphs shimmered brighter under his fingers. A soft hum filled the corridor, like a voice just out of hearing. "It's communicating," he said, eyes wide. "I think it's testing our reactions." The humans were careful, methodical. They did not rush, Unlike the aliens that had tried before, they did not panic or overthink. They solved each puzzle in front of them step by step, guided by instinct, creativity, and teamwork. Suddenly, the corridor opened into a large chamber. The room was circular, with a high domed ceiling covered in intricate patterns that seemed to twist and move as they looked at them. In the center of the room floated a crystal-like structure, radiating a soft light. It pulsed in rhythm with the vault itself, almost like a heartbeat. Marcus approached it, his scanner going wild. This is the core of the vault. Whatever is inside, it's alive. Or at least, it's thinking. Dr. Shah stepped closer, reading the inscriptions around the chamber. It's ancient history, he murmured. Civilizations older than any recorded in the galaxy. They were advanced beyond comprehension. They built this vault to preserve knowledge, maybe even life itself. The humans felt a strange sensation, as if the vault was assessing them. Unlike other species, humans did not fear the unknown, they explored it. That, perhaps, was why the vault was reacting. Suddenly, a holographic interface emerged from the floating crystal. A glowing figure appeared. Humanoid but otherworldly. Its voice resonated without sound, speaking directly into their minds. You are recognized. Only those of your kind may proceed. Others are unworthy. Ilara felt a chill run through her spine. It knows us, she whispered. Dr. Shah nodded, eyes wide with awe. The vault. It sees something in us. Something unique. It's human-centric. I've never seen anything like this. Marcus scanned the room, eyes narrowing. If it knows we're human, then all the other species that tried, that's why they failed. They weren't meant to succeed. The holographic figure raised a hand toward a massive door at the far end of the chamber. Symbols shifted on its surface, forming patterns the humans instinctively understood. It was a code, but not a code that could be solved by machines alone. It required imagination, logic, and a touch of instinct qualities the aliens lacked. Ilara looked at her team. We go together. Step by step. Stay alert. They approached the door, and as they did, it responded to their presence. Sections of the wall moved, panels rotated, and lights pulsed in rhythm with their steps. The vault seemed alive, anticipating their actions. Every human move unlocked another piece of the puzzle. A door within a door, a lock within a lock. Finally, the massive door began to shift open, revealing a faint glow from beyond. The air carried an electric charge, tingling against their skin. The holographic figure spoke again, this time with urgency. Beyond this door lies knowledge and power. Handle it wisely. Only those who understand responsibility may proceed. Ilara stepped forward, determination shining in her eyes. We understand, she said firmly. We're human. We adapt. We learn. And we face the unknown. That's what we do. As the door slowly opened, a blinding light filled the chamber, reflecting off the walls and illuminating the inscriptions in ways that made them shimmer like stars. The humans shielded their eyes, but excitement coursed through their veins. They were about to enter a place no other species could, a place that might change their understanding of the galaxy forever. Outside the vault, distant alien ships watched silently, unable to comprehend what they were seeing. They had underestimated humans, as they always did. But inside, Ilara and her team were ready to step into history. The vault had chosen its successors, and they were human. The massive door groaned as it swung fully open, revealing a chamber larger than any the humans had seen before. The air was crisp, tinged with a metallic scent that carried no danger, only the sense of something ancient and alive. The walls glowed faintly with alien glyphs, their light shifting in response to the humans' movements. Captain Ilara Vance took a deep breath, her heart racing with excitement. This was no ordinary vault. This was a world of puzzles, of tests, and perhaps, of destiny. Stay close, she said, stepping forward. We don't know what's ahead, Doctor. Kiran Shah's eyes darted over the walls. It's almost like the vault itself is alive, he said softly. It's reacting to us, to our thoughts, our choices. Every step we take seems to matter. Lieutenant Marcus Reese scanned the chamber with his handheld device. The energy readings are fluctuating. It's as if the walls themselves are thinking, adjusting. And look at this. He pointed to a section of floor tiles. Symbols appeared on them, glowing in sequence. I think these are the first of the trials. Ilara nodded. All right. Let's figure them out carefully. The first trial was simple at first glance. A series of glowing tiles on the floor, each marked with a symbol. A closer look revealed that stepping on the wrong tile caused the light to pulse angrily, as if the vault disapproved. Marcus tried to analyze the pattern with his scanner, but the symbols shifted unpredictably. Machines can't do this, Dr. Shaw muttered. The tiles respond to human intuition, creativity, and maybe even courage. Logic alone won't work. Ilara stepped forward, testing a tile with her boot. It lit softly under her weight. It responds to choice, not force, she said. She gestured for the others to follow. Step by step, they navigated the sequence, adjusting as they observed the shifting patterns. As they crossed, the glyphs on the walls brightened, projecting images into the air. Scenes of alien civilizations long gone unfolded before their eyes. Cities floating in space. Oceans of crystal. Forests that shimmered with colors beyond human comprehension. The vault was showing them its history, teaching them the culture and knowledge of a species that had vanished millions of years ago. Dr. Shaw whispered, "This isn't just a vault. It's a library. A living memory of an entire civilization." Beyond the first chamber, the second trial awaited. Here, the challenge was not logic, but teamwork. A vast room with a pit dividing it in half presented multiple levers, pulleys, and panels. The humans quickly realized that no single person could activate the mechanisms alone. Each lever influenced the others, and the timing of every action mattered. Marcus studied the contraption. It's designed to fail if someone acts selfishly. Only cooperation will work. Ada. End of quote. Ilara nodded. Then we work together. No one goes ahead of the others. We synchronize. They began the trial, moving in perfect coordination. Dr. Shaw called out timing cues, Marcus adjusted levers with precision, and Ilara coordinated the overall sequence. The mechanisms whirred, doors clicked, and a bridge slowly extended across the pit. As they crossed, the walls projected images of other species trying and failing to solve the trial. Machines grinding uselessly, tentacles flailing, eyes glowing with frustration. Every failure was a testament to what the vault demanded: adaptability, patience, and empathy. Humans are different, Dr. Shaw said. We think, feel, and act in ways other species can't replicate. That's why the vault responds to us. The third trial tested creativity. In a vast chamber, hundreds of floating orbs hovered in a grid, each glowing with different colors. Touching an orb caused it to shift its light, but touching it incorrectly caused the orb to vanish entirely. The task was to align the orbs in a pattern that the vault would recognize. Marcus frowned. This isn't logic. It's pattern recognition, intuition, maybe even art. Ilara reached out, studying the orbs. We need to work together again. Observe, adjust, and respond to what the vault shows us. Slowly, they began manipulating the orbs, testing and correcting their placements. The vault seemed to guide them subtly, rewarding intuition with gentle pulses of light and feedback. Hours passed, but they did not tire. Humans had a unique persistence, an ability to adapt when the rules were unclear, that other species lacked. Finally, the orbs aligned, forming a pattern that glowed brightly, illuminating the chamber. A hidden doorway opened, revealing the final chamber of this section. The vault's voice, still holographic and resonant, spoke in their minds. You have passed the trials. You are ready to proceed. But greater challenges await. Beyond this door, lies knowledge and power. Only those who understand responsibility may continue. Dr. Shaw shivered. It knows. It really knows. It's testing not just skill, but character. Ilara glanced at her team. We keep moving. Together. Always together. The final chamber was different. It was a place of reflection rather than puzzles. A crystal sphere hovered in the center, displaying visions of possible futures. Humans exploring the stars, forming alliances, or succumbing to greed and conflict. Each vision pulsed with energy, almost as if the vault was asking them to choose which future they would enable. Marcus stepped closer, studying the sphere. It's showing consequences. If we act wisely, maybe the galaxy benefits. If not, his voice trailed off. Dr. Shaw touched the sphere lightly, and a wave of insight washed over him. It's not just knowledge we're after. The vault is teaching us responsibility. It's testing whether we can handle power without corruption. Ilara felt a surge of determination. Then, we prove ourselves. We are human. We adapt. We learn. We do what is right, not just what is easy. As they moved forward, the chamber seemed to hum in approval. Light beams formed a path toward a massive door, etched with symbols they had learned to read instinctively. The vault rewarded human ingenuity and morality. Every step forward reinforced their connection with it. Outside the vault, distant alien fleets hovered, scanning for activity. The Sirens and other species had grown impatient, their technology useless against the vault's defenses. They had underestimated humans again. No matter how advanced they were, they could not match human creativity, adaptability, and ethical reasoning. Inside, the humans reached the door. It was enormous, covered in glyphs that shifted as if alive. The vault's voice spoke again. Beyond this threshold lies the core, knowledge of creation, energy, and life itself. Proceed only if your hearts are pure and your minds are ready. Ilara looked at her team, her expression resolute. We're ready. Let's go. As they stepped through the door, the chamber opened into a vast expanse, filled with floating structures, energy conduits, and glowing inscriptions. Unlike anything they had seen, the vault's trials had prepared them. They were no longer mere explorers, they were chosen custodians, capable of understanding and safeguarding knowledge that could reshape the galaxy. For the first time, they felt the true weight of human potential. The vault had tested their skill, teamwork, creativity, and morality. Humans had passed where all others had failed, Dr. Shaw whispered, awestruck. We're the only ones who could do this. It wasn't just luck. It's us. Marcus smiled, a mix of awe and pride. The vault knew what it was doing. And now, we see what it wants us to do next. Ilara nodded, stepping forward. The trials are over, but the real challenge is ahead. We have knowledge to protect, choices to make, and a responsibility the galaxy has never seen before. The vault pulsed in response, almost as if it agreed. The humans had passed the first true test, proving that their species was capable of more than survival. They were capable of wisdom, courage, and leadership. And as they moved deeper into the heart of the vault, a new understanding dawned on them. The trials were not just about survival or skill. They were about proving that humans could rise to a role that no other species could fulfill. Guardians of a legacy that could change the galaxy forever. The humans stepped deeper into the vault, leaving behind the trials that had tested their minds, their teamwork, and their courage. The corridor widened into a chamber that stretched endlessly in all directions, its walls shimmering with patterns of light and energy. It was unlike anything they had ever seen: floating platforms, streams of glowing symbols, and holographic constellations that seemed to depict entire galaxies. The vault's pulse thrummed beneath their feet, like the heartbeat of a living entity. Dr. Kiran Shah ran his hands over one of the glowing walls, eyes wide with awe. This is a history. a record of civilizations older than any in the galaxy. They weren't just advanced, they were wise, creative, and almost perfect. Captain Alara Vance nodded, her gaze fixed on the center of the chamber. A massive crystal orb hovered there, radiating energy that seemed to touch every corner of the room. Within it, swirling lights formed images of humans traveling through stars, of planets teeming with life, of societies thriving in harmony. It was a vision of possibility, a promise, and a warning at the same time. Marcus Ree, scanning the energy flows, shook his head. It's showing futures, multiple outcomes. Some good, some catastrophic. And I think it's asking us to choose which path we will take. Alara stepped closer to the orb. Or maybe it's teaching us, showing us what could happen if we act with wisdom, or if we fail. Either way, we need to understand this. The vault pulsed, and a voice resonant, clear, yet not audible in the traditional sense, spoke directly into their minds. You have passed the trials, humans. Your ingenuity, courage, and moral clarity are unique. Others have tried and failed. Only your kind can comprehend the knowledge you seek. But beware, power without responsibility destroys worlds. Dr. Shaw swallowed hard. It's warning us. This isn't just knowledge. This is responsibility beyond anything we've ever faced. Alara's gaze swept the chamber. Then we must proceed carefully. We are not here to conquer or dominate. We're here to learn and to protect. Suddenly, the chamber shifted. Platforms rearranged themselves, forming a path toward the central orb. It was as if the vault was inviting them forward, rewarding their understanding of its lessons so far. The humans moved carefully, observing every shift in the environment. The vault tested them, not with puzzles now, but with judgment. Every decision, every action, was scrutinized. As they approached, images in the orb became clearer. They saw advanced technologies, energy sources that could power entire planets, methods for faster-than-light travel, and solutions to environmental collapse. But alongside these gifts were images of misuse, civilizations consumed by greed, star systems destroyed, planets rendered lifeless. The choice was clear. Knowledge without wisdom was dangerous. Marcus stepped back, overwhelmed. We can take this knowledge and change the galaxy, or destroy it. The pressure, it's unbelievable. Dr. Shaw placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. That's why it chose humans. Not for our strength, not for our technology, but because we have the capacity to learn, to reason, and to care. That's what the vault sees. Alara focused on the orb. Then we move forward, not recklessly, but responsibly. We absorb what we need. We understand its meaning. And we prepare to act as guardians. Just as they approached the final platform, a warning pulsed through the vault. Sensors outside the planet detected multiple alien ships approaching rapidly. The Sirens and several other factions had tracked the humans to Xylar 7. They had grown impatient and arrogant, believing they could seize the vault by force. Alara's comm device crackled with tension. We have company. They're preparing to land. Marcus frowned, tapping his scanner. Their ships are fast, but they don't understand the vault. Any attempt to force it will fail. But if they get here before we finish, it could be dangerous. Dr. Shaw studied the orb. The vault, it can protect us. But only if we act with purpose, not panic. Alara drew a deep breath. All right. We proceed. The vault trusts us. Let's not let them disrupt what we're meant to do. The humans reached the crystal orb. As their hands hovered near its surface, energy flowed into them, not harming, but informing. Knowledge of alien technologies, star systems, and energy sources flooded their minds. They could see the blueprint of a civilization that had spanned galaxies. The secrets of advanced propulsion, sustainable energy, and interstellar communication. But with every gift came understanding. This knowledge was powerful, and misuse would be catastrophic. The holographic voice returned. Guardians of knowledge, you alone can wield this responsibly. Others will try, but they lack your qualities. And the galaxy may prosper. Ilara felt the weight of the responsibility settle on her shoulders. This is more than discovery. This is stewardship. We are not conquerors. We are custodians. Marcus glanced at the orb, awestruck. The aliens outside. They don't even comprehend what's here. They think they can take it by force, but they don't see the judgment, the morality, the choices required. Dr. Shaw nodded. That's why the vault only responds to humans. Our creativity, intuition, and ethical reasoning, it's unique. No other species can navigate this without destruction. As if in response, the vault rearranged the chamber again. Walls rotated, symbols shifted, and energy channels formed protective barriers around the humans. The alien ships landed outside, their crews beginning to advance toward the vault. But no matter what technology they deployed, the vault's defenses reacted faster than anything they had ever seen. Ilara turned to her team. They can't break in. At least not yet. We focus on understanding what's inside. That's our mission. Not confrontation. Inside, the crystal orb pulsed in rhythm with the human's heartbeat. Images of other human civilizations appeared. Some thriving, some failing. The vault seemed to emphasize that the lessons of the past, both human and alien, were crucial. Knowledge alone was not enough. The decisions made with it determined the fate of entire worlds. Dr. Shaw whispered. It's showing us consequences, not just of what we do, but of what the galaxy does. We must learn from every choice. Marcus adjusted his scanner, observing the energy flows. This is more than a test. It's a vision, a challenge, and a responsibility all at once. Ilara placed her hand on the orb. The energy hummed, gentle yet intense. We accept it. We accept the responsibility, and we will act with wisdom. The orb pulsed once, then twice. The vault's voice resonated clearly. You have understood. You are ready. Go forth, humans. The galaxy watches, and your kind may shape its destiny. At that moment, the alien crews outside tried to force entry. Energy beams struck the vault's surface, weapons discharged, but nothing penetrated. The vault's defenses, responsive only to the humans inside, neutralized the attacks without harming them. Panels shifted, emitting shields and countermeasures that kept the intruders at bay. The aliens roared in frustration, unable to comprehend why their advanced technology failed. Marcus shook his head, a mix of awe and amusement on his face. They don't understand. They're too rigid, too predictable. The vault responds to adaptability, intuition, and responsibility. And we have that. Ilara turned back to the orb, feeling its weight of knowledge and expectation. This is just the beginning. The vault has given us guidance, power, and a warning. It's now our task to protect and use it wisely. Not for conquest, not for pride, but for the good of all. Dr. Shaw smiled softly. It believes in us. It chose humans for a reason. We can't let it, or the galaxy, down. The chamber pulsed with energy, as if acknowledging their resolve. Outside, the alien forces, though formidable, were helpless. The vault had selected humans not for their strength, but for their ability to think, to feel, and to act with foresight. Ilara exhaled slowly, her mind clear despite the enormity of the moment. We've passed the trials, faced the visions, and seen the consequences. Now, we take the next step. The galaxy may not understand us yet, but we understand ourselves and what we must do. The humans stood together, hands hovering near the orb, feeling its pulse, its guidance. In that instant, they were more than explorers. They were guardians of a legacy older than most stars, chosen to wield knowledge responsibly, to guide civilizations, and to protect what others could not comprehend. The vault's voice spoke one final time. Proceed wisely, humans. The galaxy is yours to influence. Let your choices reflect the best of your kind. And with that, the chamber shifted, revealing a new passage, a path leading to knowledge, discovery, and responsibility that would shape the fate of countless worlds. The humans stepped forward, ready to face the ultimate challenge, not with weapons, but with wisdom, courage, and the uniquely human ability to choose what is right. The humans moved cautiously through the newly revealed passage, the crystal orb's glow illuminating the path ahead. Unlike the trials and visions they had faced, this corridor felt quiet, purposeful, as if the vault itself had cleared the way for them. Every step they took resonated with the pulse of the ancient structure, and they could sense the weight of the responsibility they now carried. Captain Alara Vance led the team, her eyes scanning the walls, which shimmered with flowing symbols. "The vault has shown us the possibilities," she said quietly. "Now it's up to us to decide what to do with what we've learned." Dr. Kiran Shah followed closely, still awed by the knowledge they had gained. "It's incredible. The solutions to energy shortages, planetary restoration, faster than light travel. If misused, this could destroy entire star systems. But if used wisely," he paused, shaking his head, "the potential is beyond imagination." Marcus Ree, always practical, adjusted his scanner, measuring energy levels and structural integrity of the passage. "The alien fleets outside are still trying, but the vault protects us. They think they can seize this power, but they don't understand that it's not about force, it's about judgment." The passage opened into a vast chamber, larger than any of the previous ones, filled with floating platforms, holographic displays, and a central dais, where the orb hovered, brighter than ever. The vault's voice resonated in their minds. "Guardians of knowledge, the time has come. Others will attempt to claim what is not theirs. You alone can choose what is shared, what is safeguarded, and what must remain hidden." Alara stepped forward, feeling the weight of the moment. "We are not conquerors," she said firmly. "We are custodians. We must act with wisdom, not desire. We decide what is safe for the galaxy." Dr. Shah placed a hand on one of the holographic panels. It displayed star systems, energy flows, and civilizations, some thriving, some on the brink of collapse. "The vault is giving us options," he said. "We can share this knowledge widely, selectively, or protect it until the galaxy is ready. Each choice has consequences." Marcus frowned. "If we share too much, too soon, the aliens outside might misuse it. They don't have the judgment we have. But if we hide it entirely, we could delay progress for countless worlds." Alara nodded slowly. "Then we need balance. We cannot control every species, but we can ensure the most dangerous knowledge is safeguarded. The rest, we guide, carefully." As they deliberated, a pulse of energy swept through the chamber. The orb's light brightened, and images of the alien fleets outside appeared, attempting to breach the vault. Lasers and energy beams struck the protective walls, but the vault absorbed and redirected every attack. The humans watched calmly, understanding that force alone could never succeed against this ancient intelligence. Dr. Shah whispered, "They still don't understand. They never will. This is why humans were chosen. Our creativity, our empathy, our ability to see consequences, they lack it completely." Alara turned to her team. "Then, we focus. We secure what must be protected, and we prepare to teach what can be shared. This is what the vault expects from us." Marcus stepped forward, placing his hand near the orb. The energy responded, flowing into him gently, filling his mind with schematics and ideas. "It's amazing. We can see everything the vault knows, but it's overwhelming. How do we decide what to share?" Dr. Shah touched the orb as well, and his vision expanded. He saw worlds restored from ecological collapse, civilizations uplifted by knowledge of energy and travel. But he also saw planets destroyed, star systems consumed by greed, and empires falling because power was given to those unprepared. Ilara looked at them both. We use our judgment. We are human. We adapt, we reason, we choose. That is what makes us worthy. The vault pulsed again, and the central dais opened slightly, revealing a compartment filled with glowing crystals. Each crystal seemed to contain a fragment of knowledge. Energy solutions, technological advancements, and even information about life itself. Marcus picked one up carefully. We can't take everything, he said. Some of this is too dangerous to share with anyone, even with ourselves at first. Dr. Shaw nodded. We'll take what can be used for good, what can help civilizations thrive. The rest, we safeguard. The vault entrusted it to us for a reason. Ilara placed a hand on a crystal, feeling its warmth. Then we do it. We take responsibility, not lightly, but fully. We protect what must be hidden, and guide what can benefit the galaxy. We are not here for glory or power. We are here to act wisely. The vault responded, its pulse steady and approving. You have chosen wisely. Your species has shown the qualities required to wield knowledge responsibly. Others will challenge you, but none can succeed without what you possess. Proceed, guardians of the future. Outside, the alien forces hesitated. The vault's protection had neutralized their attacks, and they could sense that humans were in control. Their frustration grew. But even their most advanced minds could not understand why their weapons failed. Ilara turned to her team. They won't stop trying. But the vault has given us the edge, not weapons, but understanding, responsibility, and foresight. That's how humans win, not by force, but by wisdom. Dr. Shaw smiled. It's incredible. We're not just survivors here. We're leaders. We can guide the galaxy toward a better future. Marcus chuckled quietly. I never thought I'd see the day when humans outsmarted every alien in the galaxy. Not with guns or machines, but with brains and heart. Ilara nodded, a small smile on her face. That's always been our strength. We adapt, we learn, and we make choices. That's what the vault saw in us. And now we have the chance to prove it to the galaxy. The team began to organize the crystals, deciding which knowledge could be shared immediately and which needed to remain protected. Energy solutions that could save dying worlds, techniques for sustainable agriculture, and starship designs suitable for peaceful exploration were prepared for dissemination. The more dangerous technologies, capable of destruction or exploitation, were stored within the vault, accessible only to those who would prove worthy in the future. As they worked, the vault pulsed with approval, the chamber filling with soft light. The humans felt a deep connection with the ancient intelligence, a bond built on trust, responsibility, and understanding. For the first time, they realized the true meaning of their mission. Ilara stepped back, watching her team carefully. We've done more than discover a vault, she said softly. We've accepted a role no other species could. We're the guardians, the stewards of knowledge that could change the galaxy. Dr. Shaw nodded. And the aliens outside, they'll learn what we've learned, but they'll never be able to take it by force. They'll have to earn it, as the vault intended. Marcus smiled, looking at the stars visible through the vault's openings. It's humbling and inspiring. We have the power to shape the future, and the responsibility to do it right. Ilara placed her hand on the orb one last time. Then we move forward. Not as conquerors, not as rulers, but as humans. Creative, courageous, and wise enough to protect what matters. The vault has chosen us, and we will not fail. The chamber pulsed one final time, the vault's light spreading through every corner, signaling approval. Outside, the alien ships began to retreat, understanding, perhaps too late, that power alone was meaningless without judgment. The humans stepped onto the final platform, ready to leave the vault and return to the galaxy. They carried with them not just knowledge, but wisdom, insight, and a promise to guide, protect, and act with responsibility. The vault had trusted them, and they would honor that trust. As they emerged from the icy planet of Xylar 7, the stars stretched out before them, endless and full of possibility. The galaxy awaited, full of challenges, discoveries, and choices. But humans, the vault had shown, were ready. Adaptable, intuitive, and moral. They were capable of shaping the future for the better. Ilara gazed out at the distant suns, a sense of quiet pride filling her chest. We've been tested. We've succeeded. And now, we lead not with force, but with wisdom. That is what makes us human. The crew of the Aurora looked at one another, understanding the magnitude of what they had accomplished. They were not just explorers or scientists, they were custodians of a legacy older than the stars themselves. The galaxy had underestimated humans for too long. Now, it would see what they were truly capable of. And so, with determination, courage, and a deep sense of responsibility, the humans set course for the stars, carrying with them the knowledge of the vault, the lessons it had taught, and the promise that the best of humanity could guide the future of the galaxy. The sealed alien vault had chosen its guardians, and humans had proven themselves worthy.